Hello and welcome to the show, 5 Minutes of Wellbeing with Vasilis, on Mental Wellness TV. Today, we will talk about self-awareness, how to recognize your limiting beliefs and replace them with empowering ones. We are truly glad to have you with us today as we dive into a topic that is fundamental to personal growth and mental wellness. Self-awareness is the gateway to transformation. It allows us to examine the inner narratives that guide our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Many of us carry limiting beliefs, deeply ingrained ideas about ourselves and the world, that hold us back from achieving our full potential and living a fulfilling life. These beliefs might whisper that we are not enough, that failure is inevitable, or that change is too difficult. Recognizing these internal patterns is the first courageous step toward change. Research shows that a large percentage of our thoughts are automatic and habitual, often shaped by past experiences and external conditioning. According to cognitive behavioral studies, many limiting beliefs develop during childhood or through significant life events, and they become mental filters that distort reality. Studies also suggest that these beliefs can negatively impact our mental health, contributing to anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem. The good news is that by becoming aware of these limiting beliefs, we can actively choose to challenge and replace them with empowering alternatives that foster resilience, confidence, and well-being. The process of recognizing limiting beliefs begins with mindful self-observation. We invite you to pay close attention to your internal dialogue, the voice inside your head that comments on your actions and circumstances. Ask yourself, what assumptions am I making about myself or the world that might be holding me back? Which beliefs keep me stuck in patterns of fear or self-doubt? Writing these thoughts down can be extremely helpful, as it externalizes them and makes them easier to examine objectively. Once we have identified these beliefs, the next step is to question their validity. Are these beliefs based on facts, or are they simply opinions we have accepted without scrutiny? Often, limiting beliefs are exaggerations or outdated conclusions formed in response to specific situations but no longer serve us. We encourage you to gather evidence against these beliefs by recalling moments when you succeeded, overcame challenges, or experienced joy and growth. This exercise weakens the power of limiting beliefs and opens the door for new, more supportive beliefs. Replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones involves consciously affirming positive and realistic thoughts that inspire confidence and motivation. For example, instead of thinking, "I am not good enough," we can choose to believe, "I am capable of learning and growing every day." Positive affirmations, visualization, and self-compassion practices reinforce these new beliefs over time. It is important to be patient and persistent, as rewiring our mental habits takes consistent effort. Integrating empowering beliefs into our daily life also requires creating supportive environments. Surrounding ourselves with people who encourage our growth, seeking out educational resources, and engaging in activities that build self-esteem are vital components of this journey. Self-awareness helps us recognize toxic influences and negative patterns, empowering us to make choices that align with our values and aspirations. Scientific studies validate the effectiveness of these approaches. Neuroscience research has shown that our brains are plastic, meaning they can change and adapt throughout life. This neuroplasticity supports the idea that by practicing new ways of thinking and behaving, we can physically reshape our brain pathways. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, a well-established psychological method, explicitly targets limiting beliefs and cognitive distortions, replacing them with healthier thought patterns that improve mood and behavior. Furthermore, a positive mindset has been linked to numerous benefits for mental and physical health. Studies indicate that individuals who adopt empowering beliefs experience lower stress levels, better immune function, and greater resilience to adversity. This highlights the deep connection between mind and body and reinforces the importance of nurturing our mental frameworks as a form of self-care. To help you apply these ideas practically, we suggest the following daily practices. Begin by dedicating a few minutes each day to self-reflection or journaling about your beliefs and emotional responses. When you notice a limiting belief arise, pause and gently challenge it with questions such as, "Is this really true? What evidence do I have? How would I feel if I believed differently? Next, create affirmations that resonate with your goals and repeat them consistently, especially during challenging moments. Lastly, seek opportunities to celebrate small successes, recognizing your progress and reinforcing your new empowering beliefs. Remember that this journey is not about perfection but about progress and kindness toward ourselves. Self-awareness and transformation take time, and setbacks are part of the process. By cultivating patience and compassion, we build a stable foundation for lasting change. Let us also reflect on the importance of embracing discomfort and uncertainty as part of growth. When we challenge limiting beliefs, we often confront fears and insecurities. This can feel unsettling, but it is precisely in these moments of discomfort that we expand our capacity for self-understanding and freedom. Encouraging ourselves to lean into these feelings rather than avoid them fosters courage and resilience. Another crucial element is the power of curiosity. Approaching our thoughts and beliefs with a curious and open mind reduces self-judgment and creates a safe internal space for exploration. Curiosity helps us discover new perspectives and possibilities, inviting creativity and flexibility in how we view ourselves and the world. It is also helpful to acknowledge that limiting beliefs often serve a protective function. They arise as coping mechanisms intended to shield us from perceived threats or failures. Understanding this compassionate viewpoint allows us to gently dismantle these beliefs without harshness or self-blame. We replace fear-based patterns with empowering beliefs grounded in truth and love. As we become more self-aware, we deepen our connection to our authentic selves. This alignment strengthens our ability to live intentionally, make conscious choices, and cultivate relationships that support our growth. Empowering beliefs act as guiding lights, illuminating our path toward greater fulfillment and happiness. Incorporating mindfulness practices can further enhance this process. Mindfulness cultivates present-moment awareness, helping us observe our thoughts without attachment. This perspective allows us to see limiting beliefs as passing mental events rather than absolute truths, reducing their control over our emotions and behaviors. In a world increasingly driven by external validation and comparison, self-awareness rooted in personal truth becomes even more vital. The barrage of social media messages and cultural expectations often reinforce limiting beliefs about worth, success, and identity. By strengthening our internal compass through self-awareness, we can resist these pressures and cultivate a sense of inner freedom. We empower ourselves to define our worth on our own terms, fostering resilience against external negativity. Additionally, healing from limiting beliefs is deeply connected to healing past wounds. Many limiting beliefs are tied to emotional experiences that caused pain or shame. Revisiting these experiences with kindness and professional support when needed can transform the narrative we hold about ourselves. This process often releases emotional burdens and replaces self-criticism with self-acceptance, paving the way for profound personal growth. The role of community in this transformation cannot be overstated. Sharing our journey of recognizing and changing limiting beliefs with trusted others provides encouragement and accountability. It reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles and aspirations. Connection fosters empathy and nurtures our motivation to evolve. Finally, embracing lifelong learning as part of self-awareness encourages humility and openness. Recognizing that our beliefs, including empowering ones, can always evolve keeps us flexible and adaptive in the face of life's changes. This mindset nurtures a growth-oriented outlook, enabling us to continuously enrich our mental and emotional well-being. In conclusion, developing self-awareness and transforming limiting beliefs into empowering ones is a profound act of self-love and mental wellness. It requires courage, patience, and consistent practice, but the rewards are immense: greater confidence, emotional balance, and the freedom to pursue our dreams authentically. Scientific evidence supports these methods, highlighting the brain's remarkable ability to change and heal. Here concludes our presentation for today. We invite you to send us the topics that concern you and to participate actively in the show, as the issues you suggest will be covered in upcoming episodes. Stay with us every day for a new dose of strength, joy, and inner balance. Finally, we encourage you to visit our website and explore the specialized collections we have prepared for every aspect of mental and emotional wellness. Until next time, we invite you to care for each other, but above all, to care for yourselves. Be well always.